دكتور إيه الأخبار؟
تمام الحمد لله.
دكتور ازي حضرتك؟
Has any questions?
هافيرز داي يا دكتور.
نعم.
بقى حضرتك هافيرز داي بس حضرتك طيب مش عايز ما حضرتك
ميرسي وانت طيب ميرسي. Thank you very much. Okay, any questions?
Happy birthday دكتور.
Thank you حبيبي.
Happy birthday دكتور.
هابي بيرثدي يا دكتور.
Happy birthday
ماشي.
doctor.
birthday
Happy
دكتور.
birthday دكتور.
Happy birthday. ممكن نبقى نجيب
birthday
لك
doctor.
كيك
هابي بيرثدي يا دكتور.
معلش I have an issue with the mouse so I will disconnect and connect again. Give me 1 minute please. I'm so sorry with this. I had some problems with the mouse. Anyways, just a quick thing. I already have sent you assignment 2, and the deadline is not this Thursday, the next one. And what's worth mentioning for the assignment is two things. The first thing that you have to do the classes in UML, and to do this, you have two, three options. Either using the tool, I will give you a session about it. I hope next Saturday, or doing it via PowerPoint and you read the helping code I am providing to you, because as I told you in the beginning of the course, everything will be in objects. So the main function should be maintained very small. So I have given you a helping code, and this helping code will guide you how to use classes within other classes, which means that from certain class, you include the object of another class to use its functionality. Maybe on Saturday, we will shed a light upon this aspect. Please, once again, look at the helping code, because maybe without it you will have some challenges. Yeah. Uh, uh,
Uh,
yes, yes.
when the session going to be on Saturday?
We'll yes, and we'll have to agree.
3?
We will have to agree. يعني
Ah,
whatever you want, I'm free. That you have to read the helping code. This is number one. And number two, you have to start doing the assignment immediately. And what I have seen in the previous assignment, I understand that the assignment is a little bit not very straightforward, due to the fact that some people had several uh, uh, so do you hear my voice well, or am I lagging?
We can hear you, doctor.
هو الصوت بيروح ويجي يا دكتور يعني.
And is it okay now?
now تمام
Okay. But whenever it's lagging, just let me know. Yeah. So I insist that you start with the assignment, because the previous experience with the assignment one wasn't so pleasing, that people actually delivered it after midnight that day. You have plenty of time to do it. Yeah. Also a piece of يعني a piece of experience in 110, you have to start the assignment as soon as possible. You can't delay the assignment. It's something that you cannot do in get. I know that some people are doing it and already delivered the assignment يعني extremely early, but the majority didn't do so. I don't mind submitting the assignment, of course, after midnight. I will not consider it late and stuff like this. I don't يعني I don't evaluate you by a minute يعني. So I don't care if you submit it after midnight or before midnight or whatever. Yeah. At the end of the day, what I'm saying that you have to start from the assignment I gave it yesterday. And if you didn't start, a piece of advice that you have to start as soon as possible. Yes, Ahmed, late assignments are graded, and usually if the delay is 1 day or something like this, I don't consider them late. But that uh, of any because of just not doing the work. Yeah, and I will not consider it late. At the end of the day, you are humans, yani, and all of us are humans. All of us sometimes are having personal problems, sometimes are having different kind of problems. So, based on the case, I judge. But anyway, I always grade the late assignments, yeah. And my ex-students know this. But piece of advice once again, you have to start with the assignment as as early as possible. And once again, I will not say this again, the assignment is not something that you can do overnight. It is not. Trust me. In 110, it's not. In 106, it might be. Okay? But in 110, it's not something that you can do overnight. And also, we check for plagiarism, and my ex-students know, and we tell people who are copying the assignments from each other. I will not say this for the last time. So we know that this person copied from that person, and this person copied from that. Anyways, solving the assignment, as I was telling my ex-students in 106, solving the assignments uh, and doing the project guarantees you a grade of more than a B. Confident of what I am saying. So just take care of the assignment, start with it as early as possible, starting from tomorrow, please. Okay, so let us start. So, in the previous lecture, we spoke about a class template. Can anyone tell me what's a class template? Just as an idea. Anyone can tell me what's a class template?
It's when you write a template, so you can, يعني, coding in general. So, يعني, if you don't specify the data type, if it is integer or float or stuff like that. You just have a template, then you can apply it for several situations without writing the code again.
Okay, thank you, Muhammad. So Muhammad was saying a class template is a class, and this class will still have private functions. Public functions. So a class template. What does
Doctor,
it
you are
mean?
lagging.
You are lagging, yes, or I am lagging.
But I can't hear you. I don't know the problem
Can't
is
hear
with
as
me or
well.
with you.
Okay,
No, I can't hear you either, doctor.
okay. Is it okay now?
Yeah, doctor, we can hear you now.
Yes, doctor.
Okay. So what I was saying that a class template is actually a normal class. And this class has functions, and this class at the same time has attributes. However, it has some extra notation in C++ that is making it a generic class. What do I mean by a generic class? That you can call the different functions of the class with different data types. So you can call a function as you can call a function and supply an input parameters as integer, and you can call a function and supply an input parameter as a float, and you can call a function and supply an input parameter as double. You can do whatever you want based on the data type that you want to call the function with. So this is meant by a class template. Of course, this means what? This means that this means that the code is reusable. What does it mean? It is reusable. Reusable يعني بالعربي كده ممكن يعاد استخدامه يعني. بمعنى انه انت عندك فانكشن الانبوت بارامترز بتاعتها انتجر، هتقولها بانتجر. انت عايز تقول الفانكشن دي بانبوت بارامتر float, you can use. So this is called reusability. This is number one. Number two, you avoid function overloading. What's function overloading? Two functions that have the same name doing almost the same thing, but with different parameters and data types. So you are avoiding function overloading. Okay, so you can reuse the class and you can avoid overloading. So what's an example of this? An example of this that if you want to sort integers, so you have a class for sorting. Sorting means sorting some numbers, ascending, descending, or descending, ascending, etc. So this sort, you can sort at one time integers, and next time you sort float, and next time you sort double. So you don't care anymore what is the exact type of the function. You just call the function, and the function will understand that you are calling it with integer, boolean, double, float, etc. Okay, this cannot go without several examples that I will be giving you. So templates also templates apply for two things. First, what's so-called a function abstraction. And second, what's so-called a data abstraction. You remember, and you should always remember, that the class is a data type and the object is a variable of this data type. So data abstraction means making general classes. Function abstraction means making general functions, Both of them is related to making class templates, I know that I sound somehow Chinese. However, I will give you some good examples. Okay, so this function, let me pick a friend with me. So anyone wants to participate, let me know.
I can participate, doctor.
Yeah, you can write in the chat. Okay. So I'll pick Hannah. Okay. For now, and then I'll select. So Hannah, are you with me?
Yes.
Yes. So potentially this function, Hannah, that you're seeing, what does it do in general?
It swaps two values.
It swaps two values. Yes, this is a question. Another question, is it called by reference or is it called by value?
It's by reference.
It's by reference because we have our small friend, which is the AND side. Okay. Third question, and the most important question. Those are the input parameters, right?
Yes.
Yes. Did we specify, are they integer or float or anything or no? We didn't specify.
It's not specified.
It's not specified. So this is called, yeah, Hannah, and for all, this is called a function template. We didn't specify what v1 as an input variable to the function and what v2 as an input variable to the function. What are their types? What are their types? We didn't specify that, did we, Hannah?
No, we did.
We didn't. So this function can be called from the main by simply any type. So you are allowed, this is not the exact syntax, of course, we will learn now the exact syntax, but from the main, you can call this function that is called swap and give it two integers, it will work. You can call it and give it two float, it will work. You can call it and give it anything, two doubles, it will work, two booleans, it will work, etc. So it will work no matter what did you supply to it as a data type from the main. It will work anyways. Right. This is called a function template, and this is what's called a function abstraction. This is what's called a function abstraction. Function abstracting, making it abstract from specific data type. Abstraction, making it abstract from data type. Abstract from data, specific data type. Okay, thank you, Hannah. Okay, let's go back.
So doctor, simply type of var changes يعني assign stamp سواء تبقى int أو string على حسب الفاليو بتاعت v1 صح؟
نو نوت على حسب الفاليو بتاعت v1، على حسب ما احنا عايزين يعني. على حسب النوع بتاع v1 مش الفاليو بتاعت v1. على حسب الداتا تايب بتاع v1. اوكي؟
تمام.
Let's see how we'll use it يعني. اوكي؟ طيب. In order to make now we'll understand with specific examples يا محمد. So just don't touch things yeah. Okay. So this is a function template, and before it you have this keyword that is called template, and you have less than, greater than, and you have to have the word class. Then it comes this little t. It comes this little t, our friend t. So we have t here, we have t here, and we have t here. And t means that it belongs to certain class for this statement. So this function belongs to certain class. This function belongs to certain class. This function belongs to certain class. Okay. So so we are calling this function template from the main type. Before I tell you how to call it from the main, I want to tell you this T can be anything. So we can call this T Muhammad. So we can call this T Muhammad, we can call this T Muhammad, and this T Muhammad. So when we call it from the main, let me have another friend with me. So I'll have Ziyad. Okay, Ziyad.
Yes, doctor. Hello.
Hi, Ziyad. So assuming that this is the main Ziyad, let's say it together. Character S1, S2, int I1 and I2.
Doctor, I can't hear you.
Character S1 and S2. You hear me? You all don't hear me?
No, we hear you.
Doctor, we hear you.
Can hear you.
Problem, he is disconnecting. So let me have Messier.
يس يا دكتور. بس يا
Okay.
دكتور انا عمال بقطع من الصبح فانا في حاجات كتير قوي مش مجمعها دلوقتي.
Doctor, I can hear
الصوت
you now.
بتاعي مش واضح ولا النت عندك بايظ؟
هو انا لسه داخل الكهرباء كانت قاطعه اصلا.
طيب خلاص يبقى ننقي حد تاني، ماشي مش مشكلة. طيب let me have Abdullah Sab. Abdullah, you hear me?
Yes, doctor.
Okay, so this is character S1 and S2 and int I1 and I2. And then we're calling the function. What is the name of the function, Abdullah?
Swap values.
Swap values. Yes, this is the name of the function. And what is the data type of S1 and S2?
Their characters.
Characters. So S1 is the same as V1 and S2 is the same as V2. So what do you expect the data type for T at this time, Abdullah?
To be character.
To be character. Yes, Gabe. So in this calling of the function, T is a character. So whenever there is a T, replace it with a character. Why? Because S1 and S2, they are T, and this is a character. So if we want to formalize this, it is as if you are declaring a function and saying car V1 and car V2. Okay. And then this T here is what, Abdullah? So what will be the type of temp?
Now it's character.
It's character. So as if the character is temp. Let's do another calling for the function. Swap values I1 and I2. What's I1 and I2, Abdullah?
They're integers.
Okay. Okay, they're integers. So I1 and I2, they are integers. So what do you expect the data type for T at this second calling for the function?
It will become integer.
It will become int. Okay, that's fine. So as if it is int V1 and int V2. So this is called a function. This is called a function abstraction. This is called a function template. What's a function abstraction? Again and again, function abstractions means that you are abstracting the function from specific data type. So this is function abstraction. Did we finish the story? No, we didn't finish, but we say thank you for Abdullah. Okay. So let us see how to do template classes, how to do template classes and constructors and stuff like this. Okay, so let me have another friend with me. So let me have Abdul Ati.
دكتور
ازاي؟
الحمد لله تمام.
الحمد لله الحمد لله. You are a friend of Muhammad Al Mahdi, and this makes me scared of you. Okay. Okay. Anyways.
يا دكتور والله.
طيب ماشي. Okay. So if we are in the main, ya Abdul, if we are in the main and assuming that pair is a class and score is an object of this class, what do you think? What do you think this class is related to which data type? Integers, character? What do you expect? So this is a declaration of object belongs to certain class, and there is a small int here. So this means integer. So it means that it's class of integers. It means that t is an integer. It means that t is an integer. And then seats. This means that a class is what, ya Abdullah, in this case, is character. So thank you. So this means what? If we are in the main,
Doctor, is this like the implementation of stack?
Yes, I am coming to this. That's why
I didn't know.
ask.
But I saw it before in 106. I could
Okay.
written like that.
Yes, that give yourself a bonus, yeah, Muhammad. Okay.
Thank you.
Give you okay. We will have a stack in.
Doctor, you are lagging. I can't hear you.
Implementation after 3 slides. So if you okay, I'm telling you. Okay. So from the main, we will have to define a class of integer. So t in this case is an integer, and we will see a big example about this. And then score, so it is an object that belongs to a class of integer. It is a class, and this is a car and seats. This means that seats is an object for a class of character. We will see several examples, so don't panic for now. So
دكتور بصراحة ما فهمتش ال previous slide أوي.
تمام. We'll have an example in a while, yeah, Muhammad, yeah, with big example, yeah. Okay, so now we will have a big example, and we will apply 2 concepts. The first concept is the class template, and the second concept is the abstract data type. So let's remind me, someone tells me, what's an abstract data type? But not Muhammad Al Mahdi. What's an abstract data type that we took in the previous lecture? So anyone studied the previous lecture?
It's like a mathematical model, the doctor, for data types.
No.
General model for data types.
No, you didn't study.
It's a class that has a definition for a set of operations and values.
Yes. So you studied. Okay. So the abstract data type, it means that I have a header file, and this header file contains only the definitions of the functions and the attributes as well. And we call this a header file. And there's another file called an implementation file. So what is an implementation file? Someone tells me.
The HTTP file that
File
has
where you
the-
implement functions of a class.
Yes, that's fine. What were you were trying to say, Maya?
I was gonna say the exact same thing. It's a file where you put the
Okay.
functions and the declarations themselves.
Okay, and then we had we have studied a driver file. So what's a driver file?
It has the main function.
Main file.
It has the main function. So thank you, Sandra. Okay. So we will apply the two concepts now in a big example. And what are the two concepts? The first concept is ADT, and the second concept is templates. And we will applying it for the stack and the queue. Just reminding you what's a stack. So a stack is a data structure. However, it's not a built-in data structure like the array, for example. What do I mean by a built-in data structure? It means that it exists in C++, part of C++. This is a built-in data structure. What is a stack? A stack is a user-defined data structure. Means you, Sandra, you, Abdelati, you, Ahmed, you, Muhammad, will build a class that is called a stack, and this stack you can use it. From the main function. So, what characterizes a stack? The stack is characterized by LIFO. And what LIFO means? It means last in, last out. So a stack is a static 1D array or a dynamic.
لايفو ولا لايلو؟
LIFO.
لايفو مش لايفو last in first out؟
Last in, first out, yes.
تمام.
Not FIFO.
last in last out.
FIFO, last in, first out. Oh, I'm sorry, you're right, Yamham. Last in, first out. So the stack is similar to this creature, and this creature, I think this creature is not available in Egypt anymore, but I used to eat it a lot when it was there. Anyways, so this is the element. You put it in the top of the stack. Another element, you put it on the top of the stack. Another element, you put it on the top of the stack. So that's a stack. Last in, first out. I will pop from the stack. So this previously it was push into the stack, then pop into the stack. Whatever on the top, I will pop it. Whatever on the top, I will pop it. Whatever on the pop, I will pop it. So I have two main operations. Push means I push in the stack. The stack is like a pile of books. So you have the first book, one on top, the third one on top, the third one on top, the fourth one on top, etc. And every time I pop from the stack, I pop whatever on the top. I pop whatever on the top. I pop whatever on the top. So stack again, last in, first out. So I have some operation. Push into the stack. Pop from the stack. Top, I will get the value of the top of the stack without popping it. What does this mean? If the stack contains, if the stack contains some elements, if the stack contains some elements, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, and I want to execute the function called top. So it will give me a value of 1 without popping it. So it always retrieves the value of the top of the stack. The size of the stack returns to me what is the size of the stack. In this case, the stack has 4 elements. Empty, it returns to me if the stack is empty or not, if the stack is empty or not. So let's see how the stack is implemented. So this is basically an empty stack, and this is a top pointer. You can implement a stack via an array, or you can implement a stack via a 1D dynamic array. So this is top. This is an empty stack. So I will insert 30 in the stack. The top will be pointing to 30. 20, the top will be pointing to 20. 25, the top will be pointing to 25. 10 will be pointing to 10. The 40, it will be pointing to 40. What if I want to pop from the stack, not push to the stack? So if I pop whatever at the top, so it will pop 40. The top will be here. Then I will pop again. It will pop 10. Again, I will pop 25, 20, 30, and here we go. What does it mean by popping a stack? Means getting an element from the stack, and the top will be pointing at the element at the top. So again, this is a stack. It contains 15, 12, 10, and 5. So this is the stack, contains 4 elements. I will pop means I will put this 15 into a variable, and then the top will be at 12. I will pop, the top will be at 10, and this 12 will go to another variable. I will pop again, so the top will be at 5, and 10 will be in the third variable. Then I pop the 5, then the stack is empty. So anyone doesn't understand what the stack is doing? So the idea of stack is fine. So let's see what are we doing with the stack. So I'll have one friend with me. So I'll have Ala. Ala, you there or disconnected?
I'm there, but my internet is bad
Yeah.
today.
All of
disconnect
us,
suddenly.
all of us, actually. Yeah. Okay, so I'll have another friend. So I'll have Yahya Zakaria. So
Yes, sir.
Yahya, yes. What's this, Yahya?
This is the header
Based
file.
on the previous lecture.
The header file.
A header file, and the header file is the ADT. It's an abstract data type. Yes?
Yes.
Why it's an abstract data type? Because we have functions and we don't have the implementation for this function, and we have the application. So that's fine, Yahya. So what's this? We said in the previous time, this is called what?
It was defining the definitions, so they be ignored in the when they record in the implementation because it's already defined.
Yeah, right and wrong. So, so let's read it together again to remind you of what
It makes
happened
the
the
class
previous
defined
time.
only for one time.
Yes, yes, that's fine, Muhammad. Yes. So they are called what guards?
Header guards.
Excuse me?
Header guards. They're called
Yes,
header guards.
they're called header guards. Okay. So this means what? This means that this header file may be included from several files, may be included from several files, may be included from several files. But we want those definitions for the function and for the attributes to be happened only one time. So we include a header guard. So it is read, if not defined, stack underscore h, define stack underscore h. And then this is a template class. So template class T. And this is a stack class. This is a stack class, and it's an abstract class. So what is those functions? Someone tells me what's those functions? We took them in the previous lecture.
Structure and destructor.
Constructor and destructor.
Copy constructor.
No, not copy constructor. Why copy constructor? This one.
This is a parameterized constructor.
This is a parameterized constructor, yes. And what is this, Ya Ali?
The destructor.
This is a destructor. Type. What is the, we know the purpose of the constructor. What is the purpose of the destructor, Ya Ali?
Deletes the storage we used above.
Yes. Delete the storage or the allocation for the variable that we have used. So the constructor initializes the variables and the destructor frees the memory allocated by the variable. And we have T's here. T here, T here, T here, T here, T here. And as we said previously, T can be changed based on what, ya jama'a? So I replace T with what?
Data type of the function.
Type that we want to use.
Exactly. I replace T with the data type that I want to use. So this is a header file, and we will see now how will we replace T with the type that we're going to use. This is the implementation file. This is the implementation file, and other than a header guard, that is this. What does this mean, ya jama'a?
We're including the header file.
We are including, thank you, Amaya. We are including the header file. And what does the header file contain? It simply contains the definitions of the function and the variables. Okay? So each function here is preceded by template class T. Each function here, push, is preceded by template class T, template class T, template class T. Yes, yes. And then we have a slight difference. So this is the name of the class, and usually you don't write T here. And this is a class template. This is a class template. Muhammad Farghali. So Muhammad, are you with me?
Yes.
So previously you were saying stack, this is the constructor, this is the name of the class, and this is the constructor. قبل كده you were not putting anything. Now you are putting two new things. The first thing is template class T, and then I will show you how this template class will be used. And then stack, and then this is the name of the constructor, and T and S. So you're putting T here, and after stack you're putting the T. And now from the main I will show you how to replace this T with the suitable data type. So ايه الجديد هنا؟ بحط template class plus T قبل الديفينيشن بتاع الفانكشن، واسم الكلاس بحط ما بين greater than و less than T، والفانكشن زي ما هي and there is no specific data type بحط T. Last time you can say T, you can say محمد, you can say أي حاجة. T لو if you know the macros in Excel, you define a macro and then you replace every word in the macro with the suitable replacing. يعني you define a macro to replace Muhammad with Kamal. So all the program, whenever I find Muhammad, I will replace it with the Kamal. Whenever I find T, I will replace it with the data type. Whenever I find T, I will replace it with the data type. Okay? So we have the constructor, and this is the push function. I will not go into the details of the implementation, and it's not required from you to know how to write a class for the stack. However, it is required from you to know how the stack is working. And please take a look at this code, and if you don't understand, let me know. I will not go into the details of the code. So stack, this is the constructor. Push, this is pushing an item into the stack. Pop, this means that I get item from the stack and I put it in a variable that I will use later on. So this is my main. This is my main, and I want a friend with me as usual. I don't manage by myself, so I need a friend. So I'll pick. So I'll pick safe.
أنا ولا في سيف تاني؟
لا.
طب
انت غني عن التعريف يا سيف يعني.
at the beginning here. عاوزني اقرا على الشمال.
على الشمال. But
طيب.
step by step. Don't touch things.
Okay,
yeah.
so we did the hashtag include stack.h.
Why did we hash
the header
stack?
file بتاع
Yes.
الستاك عملنا له include عشان نستخدم الستاك اللي احنا عملنا له define في الهيدر صح؟
في الهيدر والimplementation فين؟
implementation.
هايل. طيب step by step يا step by step. Don't touch things. Then I didn't explain for you what's type def. I will later explain it. There's no issue, but I will write what's equivalent. So stack float stack. What is this, Yassi?
Stack float.
No. Then what's a float stack?
A float stack?
Yes.
يمكن stack of type float.
Stack of type float, but what float stack? يعني what is the name of the class and what's the name of the object? Let me be specific. Yeah.
What is the name of the class and what is the name of the
Object.
of the object?
Yes.
The name of the object is float stack.
Yes, and the name of the class
is stack.
Stack. And this float means that it is a class that I will replace T, our famous T, with what, Yasir?
With float.
With float. ممتاز. And then stack int and then is. What does it mean, Yasir?
This means that the class name is stack of
Yes.
type int, and the name of the stack is the object.
The object.
Or
ممتاز.
IS.
So this means that we have a stack of
We have a stack of int.
integer. Okay. So we know that. So let's go step by step. Thank you, Asif. I'll have Reem with me.
Yes, doctor.
So Reem, if you know this statement, this means what? Float stack fs. Sorry. I will replace it. What's its equivalent? Stack of float fs of 5. What does this mean? fs is the object, yeah.
I don't know.
Okay, fs is the object, yes?
Yeah.
And stack is a class. And
Yeah.
fs of 5, what does this mean?
It means that an object fs is declared.
Yes. What
of
else?
type stack.
Yes. What else? Remember the parameterized constructor?
It's 5.
Yes. We are calling what function in the class?
fs.
fs.
No, fs is the name of the object.
The constructor.
We're calling the constructor. So let's have a look at the constructor.
Is this the size of the stack?
Yes, it is the size of the stack. So if you look here, Yaim, this is what?
This is the constructor.
This is a constructor. And we supply to it T in our case is integer or float, fs.
Float.
Float. So, and number 5 is replacing the s.
Yeah.
So I have a stack size that it will have 5 float number. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, let's come back. Let's come back. So float f equal 1.1, pushing the element into float stack. So fs dot push f. So what did we push into the stack? Fs is the name of the object, belongs to the stack, and we push f. And what's f, Yain?
1.1.
1.1. Great. Then the stack will contain how many elements?
1.
1. Then I will repeat the loop. Then before repeating the loop, f equal plus equal 1.1. So f will be equal to what?
2.2.
2.2. Tamam. Okay. So I am pushing another element in the stack, so it will be 2.2. Yes?
Yeah.
Yes. And 3.3 and 4.4 and 5.5. What is the size of the stack, Yaim?
5.
5. Can I push more elements after 5.5?
No.
No. Then this while loop will be ending, and then here I am popping the elements out of the stack, which is beginning from the last till the first. So 5.5, 4.4, whatever, 1.3.3, 2.2, 1.1. Then let me have another friend with me. So I will have Ali Yassin. No, Ali, you spoke already. So I'll have Maya, you spoke. So Safe spoke. I'll have Yassin. Okay? Yassin Chow. Only one Yassin in the class. Okay. So this is a float stack, Yassin. So if I make something which is stack int is. So we said that this stack, and I will make it a size of 5 as well. I have one problem with the slide. So the stack here is a stack of what, Yassin? I will show you the statement. Stack int is of 5. So Yassin, this is a stack of what data type, Yassin?
Integer.
Excuse me?
Integer.
Integer. And what is the size of the stack?
5.
5. So it means that this means, and this is a class template, it means that I am using the stack again, and instead of pushing into it floats, I am pushing what, Yassin?
Integer.
Integer. That's great. So if we call this function, which is, see in this function, push I. I is, what is the data type of I?
Integer.
Integer. So I'll go back to push into the stack. So this is push into the stack, T and item. So we know that that I, or whatever was the name, is the item. T in this case, is it integer or float?
Isn't it?
It is?
Float or char.
No, not char. Who said?
It's float. It's float.
No. What's I?
Oh, integer.
Push I. Push I. Okay. So what's I?
It's an integer.
Integer. So T here is what?
An integer as well.
Okay, great. Coming back in order for all of you to understand. F is what, Yassin, here?
Where?
F here.
Oh, it's a float.
A float. When we call push here, go to push here. What's T here? We replace T with what?
F.
With A?
أنا اتلخبطت.
طيب مرة تانية. T is the data type, Yassin. T is the data type. Okay. So F here is what? What is the data type of F?
It's an integer.
No, يا حبيبي بص. F.
Float.
Okay. What is the data type of I?
Integer.
Integer. طيب. When we call push I here is what?
An integer.
طيب يبقى T هنا is
float.
integer يبقى T integer. خلاص. float يبقى T float.
تمام.
تاني. push I is what?
Integer.
طيب يبقى دي هنا is int I. اوكي push int I. يبقى نرجع تاني push t item. خلاص t is what integer ولا float؟ ايه؟ تمام. in this case t f is a float يبقى t is float. يبقى اي t موجودة عندنا هنا is a float. I belongs to a stack of integer. اي t موجودة عندنا هنا يبقى integer. حد مش فاهم يا جماعة؟
دكتور انا بس عندي سؤال، هي ايه اف دي اصلا؟ يعني الفاريبل ده بيريبريزنت ايه؟
ده normal variable.
يعني بندخله في الاري بس زي اي.
بندخله في الستاك float f 1.1 variable طبيعي جدا بدخله جوه الستاك.
واي نفس الكلام؟
اي نعم اي نفس الكلام بس اي انتجر واف float. طيب ممكن تبصوا يا جماعة اي حد مش فاهم يقول لي.
Okay, I just have a question.
Yes.
T doesn't stay T, right? You said we will replace it with something else.
T is in the implement.
It's a keyword, or we're just using it right now.
No, it's not a keyword. name it أي حاجة في الدنيا. name it علي. بس يعني commonly it's used to be T يعني.
تمام.
عشان يعني اختصار لتمبلت يعني. تمام؟
تمام. Thank you.
تمام. stack float يبقى T is
float.
stack int يبقى T
integer.
طيب push F. F is what type؟
float.
float يبقى T A
float.
طيب I is integer. push I يبقى أنا بpush A.
integer.
تمام. Anyone doesn't understand يا جماعة؟ طيب. Now the queue is very similar to the stack, but it's based on the idea of first in, first out. When you go to McDonald's, you go into the queue. So whoever comes first will be served first. So this is as if this is McDonald's. This is the first customer. It will be first served. Then the second one will be the second one, the third one, the fourth one, and the fifth one. And now the queue will be empty. The queue has two functions, in queue and dequeue. In queue and dequeue. And this is an abstract data type. Why it is an abstract data type? Because it is the class without having an implementation, So this is called an abstract data type, and this is called a class header. And as you see, our famous T here, that will be replaced from the main based on the object that the class is belonging to. Let's see the main. So this is the main. I want a help from someone. This is the main, this green thing. Okay.
I can, doctor.
Okay, Mohammed. So Q What does this mean, Mohammed?
Q here is a constructor.
Yes. And what is the size of the queue?
5.
5. And this is a queue of
Integer.
integer. This means that when I call those functions, Q, DQ, whatever, T will be replaced with
Integer.
ممتاز. So this is calling a constructor q.inQ1. So I am adding 1 to a queue, and 1 is what data type is 1? So Q is a queue of what data type, ya Muhammad?
Integer.
Integer. So it is a queue of integer. So I am adding 1 to a queue, 2 to a queue, 3 to a queue. Then I DQ. What does it mean DQ, ya Muhammad?
Like pop. It removes
Like
the
pop. Yes, that's fine. That's fine. Okay. So I am not finished yet. Don't touch things. We have 10 minutes to go. I will just explain the beginning of next lecture, and next lecture I will repeat what I have explained later.
So is
So
our
basic
next Wednesday at the university?
next Wednesday at the university, but don't come, ya Muhammad.
Okay, let's
Okay.
الكلاس ايه؟
نعم.
ايه المكان ايه اللوكيشن بالظبط؟
انا بعته على الواتساب، نسيت اسمه.
دكتور هو الاسبوع الجاي ولا اللي بعده؟
نعم.
الاسبوع اللي جاي ولا اللي بعده اون كامبس؟
اللي جاي.
لا، الاسبوع اللي جاي على طول.
اوكي ماشي.
انت عارف الايام الحلوه بتعدي بسرعه يا مسير.
يا دكتور والله نفسنا نشوفك.
الله يخليك، وانا كمان.
دكتور طب معلش ممكن حضرتك تبعت اللوكيشن تاني عشان مش لاقيه؟
حاضر يا محمد، انا عامله ديليبريتلي عشان خاطر.
في الميديا بتاعت الجروب يا اسطى، انت بتقول ايه؟
لا انا طيب اسال صاحبك، بس انا هبعته تاني عشان خاطرك يا محمد.
شكرا يا دكتور.
طيب So we are in presentation number 5, and it's called inheritance, and it's called inheritance. And inheritance is one of the very important features, of object-oriented. Someone tells me what are the other features that we have taken?
Action and encapsulation.
Encapsulation.
Yes, whoever said encapsulation will get 1 bonus. Whoever said abstraction will get another bonus. And as you know what's abstraction means, ADT, you know that ADT means what? And encapsulation. So what's meant by encapsulation, just for a change?
Data hiding.
Data hiding. And what's data hiding? Yes, encapsulation is data hiding.
Protected data, يعني إنها تكون for protected جوه class.
No, not protecting the data. يعني it is sort of protecting the data.
زي البرايفت في الكلاس مثلا.
Yes. So encapsulation, when I say encapsulation تفتكروا كبسولة الدواء. When I say encapsulation تفتكروا كبسولة الدواء. كبسولة الدواء فيها دواء، انت مش عارف هو عبارة عن ايه، بس هو بيخفف يعني، او supposedly بيخفف يعني. فبالتالي encapsulation means that the class contains all the functions and all the attributes that are necessary for the operation of the class. This is meant by encapsulation. Type. Inheritance. As the name implies, what does it mean? It means I have a father, and this father is a base class. And then I have one child or more than one child who are children of that class. Okay, so what does it mean a base class, and what does it mean a child class? First, a base class means this is a parent. like Maya. Maybe your father. What's your father's name, Maya?
Muhammad.
Muhammad. So Mr. Muhammad is the parent of Maya. So it means that Maya is inheriting all what Mr. Muhammad has, and she has her own personality. Then what does this mean in terms of object-oriented? It means that Maya can use the functions of the class, and she can use all the functions of the class. Yes. At some moments, she can also use in some way, she can also use the private members of the class, of her parent class, because nothing is private between the father and the child. Yeah. So this is the second story. The third story is that if the father is doing something, Maya can do something that is better than her father. So Maya can have her own personality. What does this mean? It means that a function can exist in the base class, and the derived class is the child class, اللي هو الابن أو الابنة يعني. So الابن أو الابنة prove function of the base class. Okay, so inheritance in object-oriented means I have a father class, and then I have children classes, and those children can use the functionality of the class and can improve the functionality of the class. Okay, this is this is like a fun story. We will turn it into code in the next lecture. So I'll give you some example. So I'll have one friend with me. It seems that many people have problems with the internet. So I'll have my Lebanese friend with me, but the first one, not the second one, the original Lebanese.
Yes, doctor.
Okay. Okay. So can you read this this diagram even without understanding what does it mean, just in terms of inheritance?
So the base class is the vehicle class.
Yes,
and
the vehicle class. Yeah. Just wait. How many children is the how many children the vehicle class has?
Three class children.
3 children. The bus, the car, and the truck. The vehicle, what does it do in general?
It has brakes, it has fuel, it drives, has capacity.
Of course. So what the base class can do, all the children can do also. But do you think the car is the same as a bus?
No, the bus is larger, for example, than the car.
Bus is larger, and
more seats.
In terms of capacity. So is the car similar to the bus in terms of capacity?
They are different.
They're different. So they inherited the capacity function, but all of them are different into the capacity. All of them are different in horsepower. For example, all of them have different system for brakes. All of them have different fuel amounts. So I have a base class. And then this base class, I have derived classes. Derived classes means الولاد. Okay. I can make it, I'll still have my Lebanese fan. So
yes.
So make it read this also.
Okay. There's the base class that is vehicles. It has two children classes, the automobiles and the pulled vehicles. They are base classes for other children classes. The automobiles has 2 children classes, which is car and bus, and the pulled vehicles has 2 children classes, which is cart and rickshaw.
طيب
The car,
الريكشو ده التوك توك مبدئيا يعني.
yeah.
الكارت دي اللي انت بتجرها في السوبر ماركت يعني عشان نبقى فاهمين الدنيا. ف so a base class can be a tree. So vehicle is a base class for automobiles and for pulled vehicles, and automobiles is the base class for cars and bus, and pulled vehicle is for cart and rickshaw. Does anyone understand? Doesn't understand what is the story of inheritance? So we want to change this story into C++ coding. I will just explain some concepts in 2-3 minutes, and I will let you go. So I have a base class here, and this is called a shape. شكل. Did I say this شكل? What does it mean? No, I didn't say. It is just شكل. Okay, and his children is square, circle, triangle. Type. There's a concept in object-oriented called generalization. So shape is a general form of square. Shape is a general form of circle. Shape is a general form of triangle. This is called generalization. بالعربي بعمم. تمام. Then square, circle, triangle, they are a specialized version of shape. يعني they are حالة خاصة من الشيب. السكوير حالة خاصة ازاي؟ انه it has 4 sides. Circle, triangle has 3 sides. تمام؟ طيب. Then now I learned 2 things, generalization and specialization. Shape, square is a kind of shape. Square is a specialized version of shape. Circle is a specialized version of shape. Triangle is a specialized version of shape. So square, circle, triangle, they are specific elements of shape. Shape is called a superclass, a parent, a base class, circle, triangle, and square, child, subclass, descendant, leaf, etc., etc. So I will not go into the details of C++ now, but one example that we will go into next lecture, inshallah, is the employee. The employee is actually a base class, and it has 2 children. What are those 2 children? The hourly employee and the monthly employee. يعني ايه the hourly employee؟ يعني الشخص اللي بيشتغل في الساعة أو في temporary job في الساعة. يعني مثلا لو عايز تجيب واحد يصلح الدش، فساعته ساعته X amount. انت وديت الساعة بتاعتك تتصلح، فلو خد فيها ساعتين يبقى هياخد 40 جنيه وهكذا. ده الاول امبلوي شغله بالساعة، لكن هو امبلوي في الاخر. المانثلي امبلوي هو اللي بياخد مرتبه اخر الشهر. هل هو امبلوي؟ Yes, it is an employee. But both of them, their salary calculation is different. One, his or her salary calculation is based on hour, and the other person's salary calculation is based on month. يبقى عندي the base class is employee, and the children classes hourly employee and monthly employee. What I care for now is not C++. What I care for now is that you know inheritance. If anyone doesn't know what inheritance means in plain English, so just let me know.
دكتور يعني هو inheritance عبارة عن بس لما أنا مثلا بيبقى عندي child class بيبقى عندها كل الحاجات اللي موجودة في البيرنت بلس الحاجات بتاعتها.
بالظبط كده. مش انت عندك يعني عندك كل حاجات باباك بس عندك your own وبتختلف مع باباك في حاجات يعني. تمام. فبالتالي عندك your own functions وفي نفس الوقت عندك functions بتعمل حاجة متخصصة عن باباك وعندك الفانكشنز بتاعت باباك يعني بالبلدي كده يعني. اوكي.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, see you on Monday. Please do two things. First, start doing the assignment, and first, لآخر مرة, please study things lecture by lecture. في الآخر والله يعني هتبقى الدنيا مكركبة جدا. Please study lecture by lecture. This is not 106. Thank you very much and see you on
Doctor, I have
Monday,
just
inshallah.
question.
Okay, after everyone.
Thank you,
Thank you,
doctor.
doctor.
Thank you, doctor.
Goodbye.
Thank you, doctor.
Bye.
Have a good day, doctor.
Thank you, حبيبي. Okay, Muhammad.